La da 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 do 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 do. Hey guys, welcome back to Puffalauda, and welcome back to Steam Prison, where we are talking to Sir Ines about how he doesn't fucking believe that we're a criminal. What a surprise! Let's get into it.
人は誰かを手にかけたその時から心に獣を宿す。それは多かれ少なかれ相応に現れる。
buddy.
たとえどれほど温厚なものであっても、秘密がうまいものだとしても、冷たい鉄のような視線は隠しきれない。それが今のお前には見えない。故に信じがたいのだ。お前は本当にその手で親を殺したのか？
Wow, just coming right out with it. I was speechless. He's the first one other than Finn to doubt the charge. But no, I shouldn't get too carried away. He wasn't believing my story, he was simply curious. But still, it made me happy. Indescribably happy. I did not kill my father or my mother. I love my family. I would never have killed them.
だったらどうして？
I don't know. Someone must have set me up, but I don't know who could have done it.
そうか。
Sir Ines fell silent. His eyebrows were creased. I looked up at him and spoke. It isn't fair if only I answer questions. Will you tell me something about yourself?
自分のこと？
Yes. Why are you working for the Hounds? You seem too noble for...
罪人に対し、個人的なことを話すつもりはない。
Bruh. He cut me off so abruptly that I winced. A criminal, huh? I thought he believed me, but apparently he still considered me nothing but a criminal. Most people didn't change their opinion in the space of a few minutes like that, after all. Nevertheless, I felt vaguely betrayed and disappointed.
いつか機会があれば話すこともあるだろう。だからそんな顔をするな。
I can't. You're like bipolar. Like, what's going on? You can't be like, okay, maybe bipolar is not the right word to use, but he's so like flip-floppy. He went from like, oh, like, you're not a criminal to, no, you're a criminal. And then now he's back to like, oh, well, maybe we'll talk about it someday. It's like, okay. Bruh. Sir Ines put his hand on my head in consolation. How did I look at you?
不満という言葉がべったりとくっついている。ひどい顔だ。
Yeah, you should feel guilty. Really? I kneaded the skin on my face with both hands. Did I really? Did you just laugh at me?
いや。
No, you smirked. I know you did. I looked up at him again and cleared my throat. I understand that I can't ask a personal question, Sir Ines. I want to ask a different question then.
いいだろう。なんだ？
Do you know of an open position in the Sanctuary District?
働き口。ハウンズでは職業斡旋はしていない。
This is a horrible system. Like, the more I play this game, the more I'm just like, literally throw the prisoners into jail and then, oh, it's like America. Oh my god. You literally throw the criminals into jail, and then you don't give them the resources in order to make better decisions moving forward with their life. So literally, like, all these prisoners are coming in, or like these criminals are coming in, and they're not learning anything. They're just getting worse and worse, and eventually they're just dying in this like cell, quote unquote. Oh my god, it's like America. Oh god. Alright, enough politics. Let's continue. I know that.
物資を支給している。それでは不満足か？
Perhaps. I'm loath to accept the help of the Hounds.
ザクス。ザクセンを好かないからか？
Are they lovers? He keeps calling him by a nickname. Yeah, I don't like Burger. I nodded.
理由は様々だろうが、お前と同じくハウンズの支給を受けずに自立し、 生活しようというものは少なからず存在する。
Really?
ああ。保護地区外へ赴き、商品を仕入れて保護地区で売買するもの。菜園や畜産などで自給自足するもの。様々だ。
That's crazy. Imagine look at the area behind him. How are you going to till the soil? I don't know. Growing vegetables is not that easy, I don't think. But I don't know. If you guys are farmers, comment below. Just be like, hey, I grow my own veggies. Is it hard or is it easy? I don't know. I've never grown a vegetable, so I'm curious. I thought the walls prevent us from easily going out.
その通り。簡単には出入りできない。向こうへ行くにはハウンズの施設内を通る必要がある。つまり、我々の許可が必要だ。無
Wow.
論、簡単に降りるものではない。
I wonder if he knows about the sewer route. Does he know that Ulrich and Eltcreed are, sneaking through the sewers? I see. Is buying and selling itself permitted?
ザクセンの気分次第としか言えんな。上階から遠く離れたここでは、向こうの法は通用しない。ザクセン・ブランデンブルクこそ保護地区の法だ。
That's gross. God, please.
配給制度を利用せず独立しようとする者は少数だ。目立てばザクセンの目に留まりやすくなるだろう。それを踏まえれば無理に働く必要はないと思うが。
Yes, I need to be inconspicuous about it. I had already suffered a lot at Berger's hands. I wanted to avoid him. I want to lay low, or I want to live independently. I don't want to, yeah, I still want to live independently. Fuck Berger. Yes, Berger is a plague, but
でも
I want to live independently. I want to rely on myself to survive. Besides, the hounds are already aware of me. I can't hide from them anymore.
無駄か。ザクセンの命令であればハウンズは容赦ないぞ。
Will you? Sir Enos didn't respond to that. I suppose I shouldn't have asked that. It hadn't been my place to ask that. We weren't equals in our respective positions. I should have thought that through better. I looked up and opened my mouth to apologize.
場合によるとしか言えん。
The situation?
ああ。だが皆とそれほど違いはないはずだ。自分もまた人を殺している。
That's great. His admission of murder silenced me for the moment. Really? He nodded. His face was expressionless.
ハウンズは保護地区を管理する猟犬の集団。そこに身を置くからには相応の行為をせねばならん。必要と判断すれば牙を剥き噛み殺す。
That is not great news. See, this is the reason why I don't like Enos. I feel like you're surrounded by all of these corrupt people. Why can't you be a nice person and change things from the inside, you know? Whatever.
ハウンズが保護地区の者を人でなしと煽るのは自身も人でないから。ゴミだと罵るのは相手は自分より下だと思い込むためだ。
Jesus.
人の感情を持っていれば非常にはなれない。これが現ハウンズのリーダーザクセン・ブランデンブルクの方針だ。
Throw Berger away.
そのような集団だと聞かされ、お前はまだ抗うつもりか？
Yes. Without a fucking doubt. I still cannot yield.
そうか。不器用なやつだな、お前は。
That is fucking rude.
だがそのまっすぐさ、嫌いではない。すまない。自分としたことが長々と引き止めてしまった。
Oh no. I'm glad we could talk. And I'm glad you changed my mind a little.
意識？
I was thinking of everyone in the hounds as an enemy. Knowing that you're among them, Sir Enos, I'm ashamed of my prejudice.
いや、警戒は解かない方がいい。 自分は変わり者だと言われている。
An eccentric?
ああ、はみ出し者だそうだ。
I see. I still want to trust you, Serenus. It's difficult to trust anyone in this place, but that's precisely why I want to follow my heart. Now that we've had a chance to talk, I want to believe that you're a good person. I don't want to change my opinions based on what others tell me.
期待を裏切られても知らないぞ。
Okay. That will be then and this is now. It would be my own fault for misjudging you. Okay. Sir Enos shrugged and walked away and didn't even say goodbye. Sir Enos, the misfit member of the Hounds. I looked after him as he disappeared. Curious. After Sir Enos was gone, I walked back to the main street. I'd hoped to find something out in the back alleys, but there had been nothing at all. This is turning out to be difficult. I sighed again, frustrated. I knew that it wouldn't do good to be dejected, but I was beginning to worry that I was never going to find something. I was also thirsty and hungry. Every time I smelled food, I got stomach cramps. Why do we need to eat in order to survive? That was a useless question, of course. If only I at least had a sword. It would have been easy for me to earn a living if I had found someone willing to hire me for my sword skills. But I had no sword, and nobody was hiring anybody with a sword. Was there really nowhere that needed me? No, I have to stay positive. Otherwise, nothing will ever improve. I took a deep breath and reassessed my situation. Sir Enos was right. I can take food from the Hounds to stay fed. I don't want to rely on them, but what I want isn't working out. I could go back and get my food from Raylith, but I don't want to keep relying on her. I have to stand on my own 2 feet. It wasn't complicated. I wasn't special. The Hounds were supposed to give provisions to everyone in the Sanctuary District equally. It wasn't immoral to accept it. Yes, there's nothing wrong with accepting it. I told myself that a few more times to suppress my revulsion. It was still early enough in the day that I could collect the lunch ration. I'll go to the supply station. I can't keep relying on Raylith. The supply station was as lively as ever. No, lively isn't the right word. There was a long line of people, but nobody was talking. I hear a lot of talking, so, Their faces were tense. They were praying that nothing out of the ordinary would happen. It hurt to look at them. I'll have to bear with it. The Hounds gave the people lining up for rations a bored look. They toyed with the residents of the Sanctuary District whenever the mood struck them. Of course, the people were uneasy around them. Well, that includes me. I joined the end of the line, waiting my turn as it moved steadily forward. I said nothing, looked at nothing in particular, and breathed quietly. I felt as though I was waiting for a storm. Did I get food? It's my turn soon. I took note of what the others were doing so that I could be as quick as possible in my own turn. They get some bread and vegetable soup, and then some medicine. Not that I knew what the medicine was. The people received the pills for returning some of the bread. Eventually, it was my turn.
Alright.
Thank you. In my right, I had a bag with some bread. In my left, I had a cup of vegetable soup. I was expecting nasty remarks. I was relieved and surprised by how quickly it went. They were too busy handling all the people to pay much heed to me. Or perhaps I simply have an elevated opinion of my position here. Apparently I was nobody special, simply one of the many criminals they had to deal with. I'm glad they didn't make trouble. Quick, eat before someone slaps it out of your hands! I began to walk away from the supply station, but the atmosphere suddenly changed. I turned around and saw a frail, middle-aged man running towards one of the Hounds. Oh, Jesus, please no.
お願いです。どうか食べ物を。お恵みください。
Oh, God.
ああ、わがまま言うなよ、おっさん。薬、ちゃんとやっただろ。 ギブアンドテイクって知ってるか？薬が欲しけりゃ食べ物を返す。それがここでの決まりだ。
私の妻は体が弱く、持病の影響もあり、薬が必要なんです。ですが、薬代として食べ物を没収されれば、自分は餓死してしまいます。もう3日も食べていないんです。どうか没収しないでください。
うっせえな。じゃあ薬を諦めろ。投薬したってそのうち死ぬ。嫁さんを諦めろよ。そしたらあんたは自由になれるぜ。
そんなことできません。どうか。
The man collapsed to the ground. But even then he clung to the uniform of the man from the hounds.
しつこいな。わかった。食べさせてやるよ。
本当ですか。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
なあ、ただし。
Oh god. Instead of pouring soup into the cup, he tipped it into the man's hands. It ran onto the ground.
ほらよ。犬のように食え。
そんな。
腹を空かせてるんだろ。ほら、さっさと食えよ。
The man from the hounds ground his boot down onto the spilled vegetables. The man winced and lowered his head.
本当に食ってやがる。きったねえ。さすが罪人だ。なあ、おいしいか？
Ugh.
美味しいです。
Oh. That's so cruel. I was at a loss to imagine what could prompt such a loss of human decency. I wasn't even angry anymore. I was only dumbfounded. And nobody else is reacting to it. There were a lot more of them than of the hounds, but they didn't protest. All pretended not to see anything. Should I also look away here? Sir Enos had told me to lay low. That would have meant looking away and ignoring what was happening. But even if I looked away, I could not shut my ears. Even if I walked away, I would remember and doubt myself. I don't want that. I don't want to regret something. I walked over to the man trying to lick up the soup off the ground. God damn it, Karimu! You can eat this.
しかし、それはあなたのものでは。
He looked at me with craving eyes. I took the smallest piece of bread and ate it. This is enough for me. You can have the rest. Stop this charade.
ありがとうございます。
貴様。
I had provoked the hounds. I'd expected that result. He gestured for the man to leave immediately. The man complied.
貴様、何の権限があってそんなことをする？何様のつもりだ？
I ignored what Sir Enos told me. I knew this would happen. I'm nobody. Punish me if you will.
貴様を公務執行妨害で逮捕する。連行しろ。
Going back to jail. I looked at the marks of the rope had left behind on my skin and sighed. The man from the hounds had thrown me into a cell and punched me once. That had hurt, but I could handle a single punch. I wonder how far they'll go this time.
当分は施設内でその顔を見ないよう強く願う。
Hi. Looks like I'm back in here the very same day. He was probably going to be disappointed and upset. I knew that I'd been taken to prison, but I was ashamed that I'd have to face Sir Enos again. You let me out yourself and now I'm back in here.
よっぽどここが気に入っていると見える。
God damn it, Burger! Burger.
いっそ住めばどうだ？可愛がってやるぞ。
He just wants to get a rise out of me. I bit my lips and looked at the floor.
可愛くないやつめ。
Burger grabbed my head with one hand and slammed it against the wall.
一 人の話を聞くときは相手の目を見ろと親にしつけられなかったか。
What is your problem, dude?
はあ、貴様はその親を殺したんだったな。けどね。
Look who's talking. Burger grabbed my throat with his left hand and began to strangle me.
言葉遣いに気をつけろ、小娘。
He let go of my throat and took a step back. Leaning against the wall, he lit a cigarette.
貴様はまだ壊さん。壊してやらん。まだまだだ。
The embers at the end of the cigarette glowed in the dim light of my cell. Burger exhaled cigarette smoke and squinted at me.
しかし、まだ生きているとは。存外しぶといやつだな。お前は軟弱で無力だ。保護地区へ落とされたと聞いた日は、数日でくたばるものだと思っていた。貴様をかくまう者のせいか？あれを消せば、貴様はのたれ死にするか？
Shelter? I thought of Reelith and Merlot. What's he talking about? No, responding to him now would only make it worse. I stayed silent, hiding my discomfort. Burger was losing interest. He extinguished the cigarette on the ground with the tip of his boot.
好きなだけそうしているがいい。
He approached me, lifting my chin with his left hand.
苛立たしい。貴様の存在は当然、この目が嫌いだ。希望など、どこにもないというのに。
Burger, who hurt you? Like, what is your problem? I guess we're gonna stop here. God, what is his issue? Seriously, he needs to chill out. Like, every freaking episode from now on is just gonna have a hint of Burger in it, I guess. Blech. Next episode, we will hopefully never see him again.